Hello everyone, in this video I'll be showing you how to easily defeat Lost Lace in Hollow Knight Silksong. This is a challenging fight, but it doesn't have to be that hard. We're going to be using the specific setup here with the Architect Crest. I'll be showing the build off at the end of the video because the build really makes this a lot easier. So the general strategy you're going to see here is we can avoid a lot of our attacks by using a figure 8 motion here. So we want to throw tacks down on the ground and the cog flies. I'd recommend having the files there to be able to heal yourself, but another recommendation is you can use the cog wheels and also throw those and put the polyp pouch on to poison yourself. But I found that healing myself there, I was able to give myself one extra mask there to get a bit extra health. But this boss hits hard, so we want to have the healing and sustain if possible because it just makes this fight a lot easier. So you can see here I'm running back and forth between the arena here, jumping up on the walls because that lets me dodge the attacks. I'm trying to bait her onto the tacks there as much as possible because she's going to take damage if he stands on them. You can also jump and bounce off the wall like this, but she can sometimes hit you, so you see it there. Be careful with doing that, but the corners of the wall are nice to hide from. You can also use the files to be able to heal yourself and avoid getting hit by attacks. You see there, I was able to give 2 temporary health masks that went away really quickly, but you want to get into a rhythm of doing that and then binding there. With the Architect Crest, you can see we can actually replenish our tool uses, and this is where it's going to come all together because we can actually get more health back by replenishing our tools using that than we would from actually doing a bind. So it's kind of a flow. We want to be running around the arena like this, avoiding staying in place for too long because there I got greedy and tried to get some hits in. I lost 4 masks, so yeah, don't do that. But you can play a bit more patiently in certain sections because you don't want to get hit. That's kind of the #1 priority in this fight. Is just it's a battle of attrition. So as long as we can avoid getting hit and use our tools to get the hits in, that's going to make this fight a lot easier. Now that gets a little bit challenging whenever she has the projectiles that are going to be flying at you. It's kind of priority to watch those because I find if you're watching those, you're going to avoid the other attacks that she's going to be doing as well. It's kind of, again, a flow. Once you do this a few times, you're going to know where she's going to be going with her attacks. Now the throwing attack that she does and the combination there is kind of challenging, but I got lucky there going into the next phase. Whenever the projectiles go around, it's probably best just to play defensively and run away. Whenever the phase shifts to the 3rd phase, I'd recommend using your files there, and if you can, use the thing to give your bind to get your tools back. This is kind of the tool preparation phase. Now you can throw the tacks down the ground during this phase as well. You just won't be able to see them as well, but just kind of keep an eye on where they are because we want to try and bait her again over those areas. Now I gotta really look, she keep popping up wherever the tacks were, but yeah, this is a little bit more chaotic. We got to be a bit more fast in the final phase of this, just running around avoiding all the projectiles that are going to be coming off there. And you can see sometimes you can get really lucky with bouncing off the walls, so that's why I recommend that figure 8 because you can avoid it easier that way. Now, when that attack comes out, it's very generous. As long as you're just at the very edge of the circles, you won't get hit by it. I found that to be the best attack because she does have an animation afterwards where you can get a couple hits in if you need to or do any type of healing and recovery. But again, into this final phase is just running around in this loop, and when you need to, jumping up to do your bind, and that'll give you some breathing room to be able to use your abilities. But as long as you keep using the files there to be able to get your health back and using the cog flies when she gets close, the tacks to keep her in a way, and watching out for those waves there using the wall, just you can stick to the wall to avoid that attack entirely. After a bit of time, you'll be able to take down Lost Lace pretty easily here. So this is the build that I use. I was using the Architect Crest here with tacks, and you got 2 really options. I'll show the second option at the end. So spool extender to the Druid's Eye. You can use the polyp pouch. I had the file there. The magnetite dice, which will block attacks. The Ascendant's Grip lets you stick to the walls. And then with the tacks and the cog flies, you're going to be dealing damage over time. You can swap it out for the polyp pouch, but don't use the file if you're going to because it will poison you. But if you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments below. I hope you have a great day, and we'll catch you all in the next video.